You should have found something to count along with me while we do this, but if you didn't, just watch along. You'll be able to figure it out. It'll be a lot more fun if you have something to count, though. You have a worksheet in your binder that looks like this. You say, what in the world is that snowman for? Well, it's not a snowman, okay? We're going to use it today, so I want you to take this out and have it handy. We're actually going to use these 3 circles to put our counting objects in, just like I've used pennies here on my screen for counting objects. You can see the pennies, okay? So what I want you to do is get yourself set up. You're going to turn your paper sideways to begin with, like this, so that it shows A, B, and C and has 3 circles, kind of like you see here. Now, what I want to do is show you how we can add 3 single-digit numbers. Now, on our math fact practice, we've been adding 1 plus 9 or 2 plus 7, but you can actually add 3 of those numbers together, and today I want to teach you how. Down here at the bottom, I've chosen some numbers that we can just use to show how we can add those together. I'm going to put 2 up here in my box. And for the number 2, I'm going to put, how many pennies do you think? You guessed it, 2 pennies. Then I'm going to bring this number 1 up here to my box. How many pennies do you think I should put in my circle? Yeah, that one was easy, right? 1. Okay, and over here, I'm going to bring a 4 up into my circle. How many pennies do I need then? 1, 2, 3, whoops, that one didn't go. 3, 4. So now what I can do is count all the pennies in my circle to find the answer. 2 plus 1 plus 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know that 2 plus 1 plus 4 equals 7 because there's 7 pennies in the circle. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do a little counting here in just a minute too, but I wanted you to see how we're doing it. I'm going to move these guys out of the way, and we're going to work through some of these together. We're going to look at this one, 3 plus 2 plus 2, and in the box, we're going to put the answer. You have the same one on your paper, 3 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so I want you to get ready because I want you to put some counting objects in the circles right along with me as I put in pennies. Okay, so how many counting objects do you think we should put in the first circle if we're going to count up 3 plus 2 plus 2? Did you say 3? That's the right answer. So let's put 3 pennies in the first circle. Okay, in the second circle, how many counting objects should we put? Let's put 2 because it says here 2. 3 plus 2. And then how many should we put in the last circle? What's the last digit? 2. Do you see what I did there? We have 3 plus 2 plus 2, just like it shows right there. Okay? Then we can count all of the objects up together. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know that 3 plus 2 plus 2 equals 7. Okay, that's how we can figure that out. All right, let's do another one. If I'm going a little too fast for you, you can pause the video and put the counting objects in the circles right along with me. Don't hesitate to stop me if I'm going too fast. Okay, let's look at the next one. 1 plus 8 plus 2. Hopefully you've cleared all your counting objects out, and we're going to go to this one. Okay, what should we put in the first circle? We're going to put 1, right? Because it's 1 plus 8 plus 2. Oh boy, we need a bunch of counting objects in here because this one shows 8. Let's see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a bunch. And then the last one is 2. So we're going to put 2 counting objects in this circle. 1, 2. So you can see we have 1 plus 8 plus 2, just like we have up here. Okay, let's count all of our counting objects and see what the answer to 1 plus 8 plus 2 equals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we know that 1 plus 8 plus 2 equals 11. Now on your paper, you can write these answers at the top in these boxes just like I've done right here. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. Clear off your counting objects And again, if Miss Zimmerman's going too fast, just pause the video and try it out. Matter of fact, right now, you might want to take a minute to pause the video and put counting objects in the boxes. You'll be ahead of me, okay? So if you want to pause and put your counting objects in the boxes to match 2 plus 5 plus 3, you can do that now. Okay, let's go ahead and work on it together. 2 plus 5 plus 3. I'm going to do 2 pennies here. I'm going to do 5 pennies here. And I'm going to do 3 pennies here. Did you get 2 plus 5 plus 3? I have 2, 5, and 3. 2, 5, and 3. Well, let's count them to find out what the answer to 2 plus 5 plus 3 equals. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 2 plus 5 plus 3 equals 10. Say, Miss Zimmerman, how do I figure this out if I don't have pennies or counting objects to use? Well, let's look at it for a second. Let's look at 1 plus 8 plus 2. One of those sets in there is very easy for me to figure out. When I look at 8 plus 2, I say, oh, that's so easy. That's 10. Yeah, 8 plus 2 is 10. And so if you know that 8 plus 2 is 10, you can just add one more and it's 11. So 10 plus 1 is 11. So pick 2 numbers and add them together. And once you have that answer, you can add the third one. Okay? Let's take a look. Now, you're going to turn your page. Now, mine looks a little bit different. Now you're going to turn it so your name is at the top because now our numbers are stacked up. Instead of having the plus, plus, equals, now we have just one plus sign down there. And that's to show that all of these numbers stacked up together are going to be added together, just like our math facts. They usually look like this. But now we have one more on top. And we're going to put the answer down here. So in this case, 1 plus 8 plus 9, and then the answer. 3 plus 6 plus 4, and then the answer. 5 plus 2 plus 4. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause the video. And when you're done, we'll come back. I want you to pause the video, and I want you to use your counting objects to find the answers and write them down, and then you can check your work. So go ahead and pause the video now. Okay. Hopefully you came up with some answers. Let's see here. I have 1 plus 8 plus 9. Well, I know that 1 plus 9 is 10. That's easy. And 10 plus 8 is 18. There's an easy way to break it down. So 1 plus 8 plus 9 would be 18. Did you come up with that answer too? All right, let's look at this one. I know that 6 plus 4 is 10. And it's easy to add on to 10. So 3 plus 6 plus 4 would be 13. Did you get that one right? Okay, last one. 5 plus 2 plus 4. It's a little trickier. I'm going to find that 2 plus 4 is 6, and I'm going to add the 5 onto it. So 6 plus 5 equals 11. I hope you got all of those right. If this was really fast for you, I want you to go back up again, listen one more time, practice with your counting objects, and you're going to get it.